Good evening, YouTube channel. This is Belmont speaking. Merry fucking Christmas. And I say Merry fucking Christmas because I like to quote Denis Leary. I didn't exactly have a whiskey to pour myself, so vodka made do. And to my viewers, to the 18 total subscribers who have viewed my channel, this will probably be my last video for this year in total. And it will also be the last video that's done in this location. In January, I will be moving to more Spartan digs. A modest hotel room in Pittsburgh. I will spare my viewers the critical details as to why, but there's been at least one person who's been in the know and knows the how and why. Taku of Mayhem Keys. My hope was that in January I was going to pursue a certificate in private investigator. Get some of that good old Pell Grant money and use that certificate and have another little notch on my belt. But seems that's not to be. Can't exactly find a community college in Pittsburgh that has that particular class that doesn't require much studying or book work. So I am going to follow up on an idea that Taku suggested to me about his bump keys. That in the future I will be making a separate book about all the different types of bump keys, the brands, as a reference guide for the future. So for future videos that you see bump keys somewhere and you see the profile, you won't have to be asking yourself, what bump key maker is that? Or what type of lock does that go to? That would be something that I will be doing, since I will have a lot of time on my hands working by myself in a smaller location. I will also like to say that, Taku, I have tried to reach out to you. My cell phone number got deleted, and I have tried to contact you through email to give you my new number, but have not heard from you. To my only other commenter, Black Dolphin 90, I'm not really shocked that you don't really answer your comments. I was hoping that you actually would, out of common courtesy. I do know that we got Shill Bill as a subscriber to the channel. I was really shocked about that, so hey. Who would have thought that a totally small channel with hardly any subscribers could get him to look over in the nosebleeds of YouTube, so to speak. It's quite interesting. What you see before you is items you've already seen on my channel. I wanted something for the background. I didn't want it to be bare and faceless. Obviously, the Universal Auto Lockout Kit compliments of Taku, and my kit bag, and the bump keys in the far background. I'm going to have a lot of time on my hands by myself and only to myself. So I guess that means I'll be doing a whole lot of practicing of my hobbies. I will say this, on a Christmas was supposed to be, or was meant to be, a jolly or nice celebration. Unfortunately, tragedy is never far from the holidays or bad tidings. And with as much good that has happened in relation to karma, particularly messing up Dalp's fingers, along with a lot of other parts of him, yeah, I smile about that. I'm glad karma is doing something against my enemies. If only it would do it to every single one that I have in mind. But, hey, patience is a virtue. I do not know where the road will take me in Pittsburgh. But I will be doing it on my own for the apparent time. As many people know that with this channel, I bump heads with a lot of people because if I see something that I feel is wrong, I will call it out. Because that is freedom of speech. And not everyone likes to hear someone else's opinion, even if they consider it negative. But I will say that in my life, I was taught a different way than most. Not that really makes much of a difference to anyone. So, Taku, I'd appreciate if you kindly get in touch with me, even if it's after the holidays. You do have my new cell phone number if you check your email. and you can keep in touch. I do not know for a fact if the hotel will allow for deliveries. I do not know how that works. But when I get to Pittsburgh and get checked into this boarding house hotel and you have gotten in touch with me properly, then I will let you know, my friend. But if I were to never post another video again after this, I would say it's been a privilege to show you these videos, to impart my knowledge, even if it was to a limited audience. I have tried to throw out pearls of wisdom in the descriptions. I have tried to show that even the cheap Chinese shit that other people will talk down about is just as good as anything name brand, high priced, high value dollar. And I will continue to do so as long as I have the ability to do so. I'll have a lot of reading to catch up on, and likely spending a lot of time in self-isolation. So, to you, YouTube, it's been a pleasure to show you these videos. I hope in some small part you've enjoyed them. Merry fucking Christmas. Happy fucking New Year. And if you don't get along with your family members, just remember, this is the digital age. We have cell phones with cameras in it, recording video. Be sure to get plenty of pictures and video. You never know. You can always use it in court for after the new year. Families on the holidays are going to be dysfunctional at best. It's Christmas Eve right now. So come morning time, after all the hatred and anger, everything else that's bad inside people, that gets tossed out the window for a few short moments as people greedily tear into presents that were under a tree or stashed in Granny's closet or whatever. Yeah, all that becomes good cheer after that burn in hell. So it's a Merry fucking Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Bah humbug.